Welcome back to Worse Every Day. This week, Ukraine shoved 100 drones up Mother Russia's ass and lit the fuse.
It's getting worse every day.
This morning, astonishing footage capturing in real time Ukraine's surprise drone attack on some of Russia's key airfields. The coordinated drone strike hitting at least 4 locations, crippling nuclear-capable bombers stationed deep inside Russia.
The surprise attack, it was deemed Operation Spiderweb, and it damaged or destroyed over 40 Russian bombers, 34% of their strategic bomber fleet.
We have here estimated cost to Russia $7 billion.
Ooh.
And that's an estimate, so you know it's $100 billion.
How embarrassing for Russia.
You know what I like the most about this story? When I first read the headlines, I'm like, okay, so Ukraine snuck in military drones and launched them from inside Russia? How the hell?
Yeah.
And then you see the pictures and they're little consumer drones.
I heard like $500 a pop.
Yeah, just little drones that you could pick up anywhere.
Yeah.
They trained them with AI to be able to target specific planes and bombers and know exactly where to inflict maximum damage. And then even more impressive is the way they smuggled them in the rafters of these cargo trailers or whatever.
Yeah.
And they built a roof that slid off to the side remotely and then released these drones like a hornet's nest. And that made me think, you know, I think that's the only area in this whole operation that Ukraine really missed the target was with the marketing of it.
What?
Operations, what was it called again?
Spider's Web?
Operation Spider's Web. They should have called it Operation Hornet's Nest.
Ooh.
That would have been cool.
I like it. I'm a little more dark and mysterious.
Yeah. And then the drones, you know, like they're hornets.
Yeah.
Target Spider-Man.
Copy.
Just kill the kids myself.
Experts are describing this as a modern-day Trojan horse strategy, the way they were able to get in on Russian ground.
What is this?
Some people online are saying that the biggest advantage that Ukraine just created for themselves, not only in destroying these bombers, is just how much panic and how much this is going to slow down the Russian economy temporarily while they deal with how are they going to improve their border checks and things.
It's like, welcome to guerrilla warfare 2025.
Yeah.
Now Russia is in this huge panic to shut all their borders down and search every single vehicle coming through. Can you imagine the manpower and just the headache?
Yeah.
To try to make sure these little cheap $500 drones aren't getting into the country.
Yeah. Well, and then this is the problem with the way that country is run and just how corrupt and how poor and desperate a lot of Russians are, because how many of these trucks are probably just bribing officials to get across the lines?
Just a pack of smokes. Yes, you're good to go.
Yeah.
In. Launch your bombs. I see them clearly in the rafters. Just go.
Yeah. Really, though, at the end of the day, Russia's air defenses were completely ineffective because this was an internal threat and the drones were launched from within the country.
I bet Trump's second guessing his whole golden dome now.
Maybe he should be.
The dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Israel calls theirs the Iron Dome, and then Trump's like, let's call ours gold. The weakest of all the metals. What a moron.
Idiot. Yeah, and this is the same golden dome that now he's trying to use it for leverage. Like, Canada's supposed to be so excited about that. He's making the offer that either we pay $61 billion to join the golden dome, or we just become a 51st state and, you know, the U.S. will take care of it.
$61 billion to join the tinfoil dome. I'm like, what's weaker than gold?
Yeah,
tinfoil.
Politico, apparently, they're calling it Russia's Pearl Harbor. And this is really interesting. They're talking about how when you compare what just happened with Operation Spider's Web and Pearl Harbor was also a sudden, devastating surprise attack that really caught the U.S. off guard and destroyed key military assets. It was just such a surprise, and it showed the U.S. how weak they actually were. It's like this is the same thing now that we're seeing with Russia, that suddenly they've been exposed. Ukraine is got them where they want them.
I don't know if I like that analogy, though. Russia's Pearl Harbor, because now that means Russia's going to launch a nuke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, do we really want to be drawing that comparison?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's
well,
like,
it was Politico,
it's
not
like
me.
from Japan's perspective, Pearl Harbor was a huge success
Yeah.
until their whole country blew up in a nuclear holocaust.
Oh, God. Scary. What's really exciting for Ukraine is to see how they're really going from the defensive to really being on the offensive.
The underdogs are fighting back.
Love it.
Like the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, okay.
With the help of Gordon Bombay, played by Vladimir Zelenskyy.
Oh.
And he just unveiled the Flying V.
And analysts are talking about how significant it is that the Ukraine did not let the U.S. know ahead of time what they were up to.
Yeah, can you imagine that phone call? Trump's like, thanks, buddy. I won't say a word. Get me, Putin.
Exactly.
I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay?
As of right now, Trump has still not commented publicly on these strikes, which is a little surprising.
Operation Spiderweb was my idea.
Yeah. I mean, what everyone really wants to know now is how is this going to affect the peace talks that are underway right now between Ukraine and Russia? Is it going to hurt Ukraine, or is it actually going to give them a little bit more leverage?
I can't imagine peace talks with a caveman because that's what Russia's fighting this war like.
Yeah.
Big dumb caveman with club.
There's always something to remind me.
Kill everything.
Yeah.
We're approaching 1 million casualties on the Russian side. When the Soviets pulled out of Afghanistan in the 1980s, it was after 40,000 casualties. Today, we're talking 1 million casualties on the Russian side, and Putin shows no sign of wanting to truly address peace.
It's disgusting.
And then you got to give Ukraine credit because when they fight back, what do? They go in with precision and just tactically take out infrastructure and avoid killing anybody.
We also have stronger tactical solutions. Our Operation Spiderweb yesterday proved that Russia must feel what its losses mean.
But guess what did happen? On the exact same day, June 1st, the Russians had a missile strike on a Ukrainian training ground where they killed at least 12 people and they've injured up to another 60. So what does that tell you about the way these two nations are fighting?
Yeah, let's kill women and children. Good job, Russia.
You beat William Money out of Missouri. Kill women and children. That's right.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Slava Ukraini.
Slava Ukraini. I'm an Italiano.